I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. During these times of uncertainty, our lives have become simpler, but more stressful simultaneously. Not only are we experiencing an unprecedented time in our reality, as the COVID-19 pandemic makes us fearful for our health, of ourselves and our family, but others are no longer getting paid due to temporary shutdowns. Small, non-essential businesses are struggling to pay their rent, vendors, and employees. But there is an organization here to help you stay financially afloat. Joining me is Rob Fowler, CEO of the Small Business Association of Michigan. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Thank you, Dana. Good to be here.
So why don't you first tell me a little bit about the Small Business Association of Michigan and what you guys do when we're not in a pandemic?
Sure. So Small Business Association of Michigan is a membership organization with 27,000 members all across the state. I would say we do three things. We fight for small business. We take their buying power, give them a deal they couldn't get on their own, and we help people grow their businesses. And those are sort of the three things we do when we're in our offices in downtown Lansing and everything is going normally. But these are not those days. I'm sitting in my home office, and we are all about helping small businesses in our state survive and navigate this COVID-19 issue. And it's very, very difficult for our members right now.
So it is a membership-based organization, right?
Right. Yeah, like I said, 27,000 members. So companies join our organization. We have a 27-person staff, and we do a number of services on behalf of small businesses. We also lobby. And so a big part of what we do is advocacy on behalf of small businesses, both at the state and the federal level. I'm the CEO of the organization. Our president is Brian Cowley, the former lieutenant governor. And he's the one that leads our advocacy efforts. So, we have a voice inside the state legislature. And I would say at a time like this, it's really, really important for small business to be heard. Among other things, there has to be a balance in this. Every single day this goes on, small business, more and more businesses will fail.
Yeah.
And so we have to have a balancing discussion about what are the conditions under which we come back and what are the resources that small businesses are going to need in order to do that.
So where are you at now? So you guys you're still working from home, obviously. Like small businesses, regardless of membership, right, can still reach out to you during this time.
Absolutely. So in fact, our entire staff is still working, all of us remotely. We like a lot of other companies, a lot of other organizations, we're meeting virtually, and we're staying on mission. But our mission right now is literally helping our businesses. So we would say to any small business in the state, any small business in your viewing, listening area, we are literally updating our website every single day. We're sort of.
Oh, we lost you there for a second.
Trying to make sure that that was a call came in. So that
it happens.
When we do this. Yeah. Well, so, every day we're trying to update our resources on our website. We do a daily briefing at 3:00 every day. If anybody's interested, a business owner is interested, that's really who it's aimed at. And we're just trying to keep track of what is happening. And there's lots of things going on at the state and the federal government. I'm having a difficult time keeping track of it. I know that small business owners in the state are as well. So mostly, we're about helping them navigate and helping them understand those resources.
So what are some of the resources available? Because I think the biggest probably issue at the moment is because if you're non-essential, you're not making any money. So I'll give you a for instance here. My daughter takes dance classes, and her dance instructor literally a week before this happened, just started renting out a new dance facility. And now, unless us parents are continuing to pay her for virtual classes, she's not making any more money, which to me, I feel as a responsibility to pay her still, just because I want my daughter to have that dance class when this is all said and done. But I don't think everyone else has the resources to continue to pay people when they're not getting like a full service either.
And honestly, think about bars and restaurants and other, it's almost a patriotic act today to go to a restaurant, do carry out, because we feel like we're all trying to help. But I would say there's a number of programs out there. I want to just focus on one of them because of the timing of it, and frankly, because of the scope. The truth is there's some state resources available for those companies that had to shut down, up to $10,000 in grants and loans. Those are worth looking at. You can find out more on our website. There's some state
federal website while you're there.
Yes, sure. It's sbam.org. sbam.org.
Okay, so this is where they go on your website. They can find out about this.
Yeah. Front and center on the website, and it's just about the resources available. So look under state, and the Michigan Economic Development Corporation put some resources out there. But I would say the biggest, by far, the biggest thing that small businesses need to pay attention to, because all of them are eligible for it. In fact, a number of nonprofits are eligible for it, and that is the Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP.
Okay.
Paycheck Protection Program, passed by the federal government. They put $350 billion behind it. So it's part of a stimulus package. But what it literally says is, if you are any company, even if you're a sole proprietor or a 1099 or an independent contractor, you can take average monthly payroll times 2.5. You can get a loan from your local bank, guaranteed by the SBA, no collateral, no personal guarantees. It's 100% government backed, and it's not taxable. And if you spend it on payroll, rent, and utilities, then it's forgivable. It is a grant to your company.
Oh, nice.
So this is
so that was where I was confused looking at it. Yeah. So I thought it was more of a loan, but it's a grant. So you're not paying it back at the end.
And today is the second day that this has been available. Last Friday was the first day. Today, a number of banks are coming online to administer it. I've done some math here. There's $350 billion, and there's 22 million companies in the United States, and that's at less than $20,000 each. And there's not enough money to go around. So we've been saying there needs to be some urgency about this. I would say if this is the first time as a business owner you're hearing about this, you need to talk to your banker today, and you need to sort of get in line, if you will. And you need to expedite this, be persistent about it. There's a lot of banks are trying to figure it out. It's like, building the airplane while you're flying it.
I mean, that's pretty much the same boat we've all been in, like it's like there was like this deadline where it was like, oh, sorry, there's no time to get anything ready, but you're working from home now. So it's sort of the same thing where like small businesses are in the same boat where like now it's like they are working with the banks. We're kind of not 100% sure of what they're doing, but we're doing it as we go. That's the only thing we can do at the moment.
Well, and I would say on this payroll protection program, so I want business owners to sort of hear me talk about this, because in some ways it seems like it's either too good to be true, or what's the catch? You need to understand what it's about. It's a stimulus package. It's really it's the government is saying, please keep your employees on your payroll, and we'll pay you to do it as a part of a stimulus package. Whether they can go to work or not, whether you can be open or not, we're asking you to keep your employees on your payroll. So again, nobody's ever really heard of that kind of a deal. It almost doesn't make sense from a business standpoint, and yet that is exactly what this program is. So I would say to business owners who might be listening, if you want to know more about this, we set up a specific website for it. It's called mipaycheckprotection.com. And that is a statewide initiative between the Small Business Association of Michigan, the state through the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and the Michigan Association of CPAs, and a number of chambers and associations from all over the state. So honestly, our hope is that more small businesses in Michigan than in any other state take advantage of this, because I believe we will heal faster as a state if our small businesses heal faster. And this is a terrific tool for them to pay attention to. So if you think it's not for me, if you think it's too good to be true, or if you've never heard of it, I would invite you to go to mipaycheckprotection.com.
So if anyone's confused about anything regarding this, can they reach out to the Small Business Association of Michigan and talk to one of you?
Absolutely. And I would say we're fielding questions at sbam at sbam.org. So we'll take your questions one-on-one, or you could tune into our daily briefings at 3 o'clock every day on Facebook Live. And you can find information about that on our website as well. So, really, there's a lot going on that we're not talking about, but what we are talking about, and we're deep and wide in this topic, is how to help small businesses navigate. And we're not talking about anything but that at this moment.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to think about, but yes, this is a big deal. Like I said, we all have some sort of connection to small businesses in our life. And if we're not a small business owner, we might not be thinking about it unless you have that deep connection to it. But it is true. I mean, we don't want, like I said, I don't want to see my daughter's dance teacher not have a studio anymore after this. I want to see her again. I want to see anyone that I know that has a small business, like my friend that owns a record shop in downtown Ann Arbor. I want him to have his record shop still. So like, this is the thing that really, we just need to get the word out for people so they know that this is an option, because I think that's your biggest roadblock at the moment.
It is. And I've been jokingly saying, I think a lot of small business owners are still sort of in the fetal position in the back room, and it's time to come out. And I really think there were a lot of companies initially thought, oh, I can't survive this. I cannot survive. But I think what you'll hear is, you won't have to pay your rent. You won't have to pay your utilities, or these will be paid for you. I think we're going to see a lot of forgiveness by banks, utilities, and others for those ongoing expenses, even if you don't have customers or you don't have income. I think there will be a lot of companies who can survive this if they pay attention to these resources. It's a very strange moment in time, a moment in history, and our message is, please, if you've never taken advantage of a government program before in your life, please pay attention to this one.
All right, Rob. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add before we go? And if anything does pop up in the future where like maybe there's some other program you'd like to talk about, feel free to contact me at any time and we can obviously chat about it. But if there's anything else you'd like to mention about anything available at the moment or the Small Business Association.
Well, I just appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk about this. People say it all the time that small business is sort of the engine of the economy, the backbone of the economy. And if we're going to heal as a state, we can't heal without small businesses becoming healthy again. I think from our perspective, this is a call to action for small businesses and people who know small business owners to really step up. So thanks again for the opportunity. We're here for small business owners at sbam.org. Feel free to ask questions or tune in to our daily briefing.
All right. Well, thank you, Rob, for everything that you're doing for the economy at the moment.
Thanks, Dana.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. FYI.